The Husky season, over.
Forget cable, switch to Frontier. The Fios Triple Play brings dedicated 100% fiber optics to your home. Fios TV, 15x5 internet and digital phone for $119.99 per month with 2-year price protection plan on qualifying service. FrontierPacificNW.com.
Was it a snoozer of a season?
I'm sorry, Bob. I couldn't get too motivated to watch the NIT last night. I turned it off when they were 10 down. They lost the game. But I think what we're going to talk about is Tony Wroten a little bit. Why not? That's the lightning bolt thing. And a conversation we had about...
lightning rod?
What did I say, lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Bolts, rods, it's all lightning to me. But, he's become the lightning rod for the team. Does he come back? Should he stay? Should he go? That sort of thing. And we have a different opinion on this. And it's funny. We're taking it to the point of how are you better served? If you're a young guy, you're going to play in the pros. Is it better to stay for another year of college or better to go to the pros right now? I maintain it's better to go to the pros right now.
I think he should stay because I think, one, it's at the very minimum, he's got a chance to improve his draft stock, which I don't believe is going to be that high or as high as people are saying. Is he a first-round pick? Maybe at the very bottom. He's not a lottery pick. I'd be stunned, shocked, and amazed if he were a lottery pick because he's got so many holes in his game. He can get to the rim. He doesn't finish well. He doesn't have a jump shot. He can't hit free throws. And when he really, really wants to play defense, he can. So really his strength is getting to the hole. Are you going to spend a lottery pick on a kid that does that well? I mean, I think he's got another year to come back, refine his game, get some quality playing time against quality opposition, and really refine those areas of his game and improve his draft stock. And to me, and I know you'll go into what you think, but I just think him sitting on the bench and getting practice time against his own team just day in, day out, for me, isn't as beneficial as getting game time at this level of college.
See, I think it's 100% more beneficial. If you want to get better at playing basketball, then be in a situation where all you're doing is playing basketball. We can joke about whether or not you got to go to class and stuff, but when you're in college, you do have to go. Whether Bob thinks you do or not, you do in this day and age. You're doing other things. In fact, let's talk about what makes you a better player. Coaching, right? When you go back to college, if you go back to college, there are huge stretches of times where coaches are not allowed to have any contact with you whatsoever because of NCAA rules. If you go pro, every day you get there, starting from day one, you're working with the coaching staff on being better. It's just not running practice with your teammates when the season starts. It's the entire summer of them focusing on making you a better basketball player. So I think if you want to be a better player, you go now.
Those guys play with the pros in the summertime anyway.
Well, I know that they do, but if the pros will, being a good pro and being a good college player are two different things. What the pros are going to look for them is something else. If you want to be a better, more, in my opinion, better player, you need more coaching to be playing the game more. If you're going to go in the first round, I think you go, and that's why I think he will go. And I think that's the better chance for him.
That's a different discussion. Will he, won't he? I think you might be right. He may go.
No, we can still. This is a good discussion to have. We've had it on the air before. I've talked to some coaches about it and some college basketball coaches, and they've made that point. They say, if you tell a kid that he'll be a better player if he stays, you're not being honest with him because there's only a certain amount of time you can coach him. Whereas if he goes pro, he can get pro coaching immediately, starting then and literally 24/7. You don't obviously do it 24/7. But it'll be interesting to see what decision he makes. And you made a point we were talking about before, not to get off Tony necessarily, but Terrence Ross does look ready. Certainly did in his last game.
His game, I think Tony's ceiling potentially is higher at the NBA level.
But he's nowhere near as ready.
No, if you're going to say who's closer to being ready for the NBA, whose game translates, Terrence Ross without question. I don't think he's completely ready either. But if you're going to pick one, clearly he would have an impact sooner than Tony Wroten in my mind.
What do you know? The NIT was actually kind of interesting. Kind of. Sort of.